Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one and a requested one. We are going to see what they thought the last time they saw you. And not only am I looking at what they thought the last time they saw you, but it's also diving into your guys's and now what? Like what's going on with this connection? And what do they want to happen? In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different image and stone. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so what they thought the last time they saw you. Okay, so we have the Hierophant reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed, as well as the lilies here. So that tells me that, you know, it's kind of like I'm getting the impression this person wanted like a no strings attached connection with you. Let's just say Netflix and chill. But at the same time, it's like, it wasn't that shallow though of a connection with this person, because we have the 4 of Pentacles as well as the roses. So I do see emotion was there, but I'm kind of getting the impression this person felt like they had to protect themselves. So all they could handle was a physical connection with you rather than an emotional one. That's interesting. Okay, so let's take a glimpse further with more cards. Here we have the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, especially it's coming to me if this was somebody that you had like an on-again, off-again relationship, or was an ex. It's almost like this person feels like you, deep down, they do feel like you're their happily ever after with the 10 of Cups here. Like, I don't feel like anybody else has made this person happier, but the cards are showing like something about this person has gone through heartache, and that either was in the past or with you, okay? So they're trying to protect themselves now with the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords, not allowing themselves to fully open their heart with you. And the 9 of Wands shows this person's been through the ringer. They want to move forward with you, but they're doing so cautiously. So it's almost like this person's like got this, like, I can keep you at arm's length if I only allow for a physical connection, even if that's not what I really want. So if your last encounter with this person was a physical one, that was just them wanting to keep this like where they wanted it. So it's not to say that they don't have feelings for you, because I see that they do. Like, they're kidding themselves with the 10 of Cups here and the roses here. But this is their way of thinking that they can manage some type of like being in control or in charge of the situation, even though I feel like they're kidding themselves. You know, it's interesting. Let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into this. Okay, we have wrongful advice. It's interesting because with the bird cards here, I was getting the impression that this person could have been like talking to other people about this connection, and they might have been giving them like, giving such like immature advice, like, dude, keep it, you know, at a casual level. Don't let it get further. You don't want to get hurt. Like, who are they confiding in? You know what I mean? Like, they definitely have feelings for you guys. So I feel like this is the worst thing that they could have done. So they're basically, I feel like, lying to themselves. You guys could be dealing with somebody younger or definitely less emotionally mature than you, because they're still like confiding in these friends as if the friends have any clue. Because I feel like it's just, yeah, it's just not good, you know? It's not good advice if this is what they want, basically. Yeah, we have 1 wand, so that's definitely, you know, This person is definitely physically attracted to you. That's something that they can like detach from. They can like be involved with you but not get emotional is what I'm seeing, which I feel like is silly because you don't know what to do with this situation, you know. But I'm spilling the tea. I am definitely getting some kind of outside influence that, you know, they confided in somebody about what's going on with you guys, and that's like the information, like the advice they're taking. They say, I've never imagined so much perfection. Yeah, like this person knows somewhere they'd be a fool to let you go, but the way they're playing their cards is like, it's not smart for wanting to keep this connection. They say, I still don't have all the answers. Okay, well, you know, confiding in these friends isn't going to help provide the answers. They say I'm open to compromise. So there is a part of them that all of a sudden will get some kind of clarity on this situation and realize like they need to go to you. Like if there's somebody they need to talk to, it's you. Okay, I'm getting that with the 2 here. So yeah, it's just about them really, you know, doing it. Then they say, do you even care? So yeah, you know, this person's definitely got insecurities. They're not entirely sure you're on the same page. And I feel like they're kind of projecting like what they're doing onto you. And they're wondering like, okay, so especially if this connection started off physically, like, do you even care? Then they say, I'm terrified. So this is them like admitting, being vulnerable with you and saying like, I think you're amazing, you're a catch. I have no idea what to do about this connection. That's why I keep it at a physical level. This person's not used to being vulnerable. They're not used to admitting how they feel, even if they feel it. So they'll continue on as though like the physical's all they want, but that's not what I'm seeing though. But again, this definitely kind of has a more immature vibe. Whether they're younger or not, they could be older than you and have an immature vibe, you know, and be less emotionally mature than you. That's definitely coming through. But with the whole like caring about the friends a lot, like their opinion, it's definitely giving me like younger vibes. Or somebody who hasn't grown out of that phase in life. They are trying though in their own way, but it's kind of like, is that enough for you though? But I do see with I'm open to compromise, this person will like wanting you to meet them halfway and help them out with this, is what I'm getting the impression. It's just kind of got that feeling of like, I've been hurt before, so I'm gonna make sure I do everything in my power so that doesn't happen again. And if that means like I'm gonna be involved with you, but only to a certain extent, and it's almost got that feeling of like, good luck, like you're really gonna have to work to get to my heart. You know what I mean? Instead of that mutual, like, we both have to let our guards down. We both have to be vulnerable. We both have to be honest with how we feel and what's going on, you know. They don't have that mature, like they don't have that awareness is what I'm seeing. It's not to say they won't, but as of right now, whenever you listen to this video, that's what I'm seeing. Like it's an emotionally unavailable person. Even though I do feel like they have feelings for you, they're really blocked off. Then we do have definitely here. So it's like whenever this person, you know, can have the awareness enough to realize I have to let my guard down or this will never work. It's like you guys are just going to be playing this continuous like game of like constantly wondering like, what are we doing? What is this person? Are they interested or not? You know, that type of thing. Again, it's going to be different for all of you. I do feel like some of these people are going to come out of this sooner than others, but for others of you, they're like in the middle of this pattern, okay, of wanting to have this false sense of security by keeping their guard up and having you constantly be the one to try to break down that wall, you know, and show them like, I'm in it for real. Like they want you to do what they should be doing is what I'm seeing. Group 1. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so what they thought the last time that they saw you. All right, so this is somebody who, the High Priestess here, okay, they are definitely keeping their feelings on the low for you. Okay, so, and with the Four of Swords, I'm just getting that this person is definitely like, I've got to keep my distance from you. They see you as like a temptation to them. Okay. In fact, I get the impression with the World reversed and the Ten of Pentacles that this person has the feeling that, the thought or feeling that if they were to pursue this with you, like take this leap of faith, it would literally like flip their world upside down. Okay, that's literally what came to me when I saw the World card reversed, is it's like, that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? But it is an extremely disconcerting feeling at first, okay? It's like if your world's ever been flipped, it's not always bad. At first change can seem scary, especially if you didn't choose it. But like when you come out of it though, you get this full circle realization that, oh my God, this was for the best. Okay, so it kind of has like the Tower feeling to it. Like if they were to take this leap of faith with you, for some reason, it would literally flip their world. And they don't know if they're ready for that, or if that's the right move or the right path is what I'm seeing. Wow. So this definitely has this feeling, okay, how can I put it? Group 2, you guys are like this butterfly, okay? You see it and you feel like, you know, it's just got kind of that magical feeling, right? It's like a symbol of what's like good in the world. Like that's you to this person, okay? It's you're attractive inside as well as outside. Your energy, your vibe, your aura, like all of it. Like when this person saw you, they were like blown away, which also completely took them aback, okay? They were like, kind of got that feeling of like, what am I supposed to do with that, okay? Especially, and this is gonna go for some of you, if your person is married or taken, okay? Like it's definitely got that feeling of like, I thought I knew where life was going, but after you entered, I have no clue now, okay? It's like, energetically, you just shook it all up, basically, for this person, and they're trying to understand it. In fact, I'm getting Temperance vibes, like they're trying to regain balance, regain inner security, you know, and groundedness from all this, and trying to make sense of it. Like, you know, I feel like the feeling's mutual. Like, you know what it's like when you meet that person, and like all of a sudden, like nothing's the same. You know what I mean? It just totally shakes things up. So there's definitely an obstacle. They acknowledge that. They feel like they'd be sneaky. Like it puts them in a sneaky position to entertain this idea with you. Okay, you're like I said, like a temptation. Like you're definitely a catch. But for some reason, given how their life is currently, it's like it would be a temptation. But you're also like this sweet escape to this person. With the Garden card and the Wishing Well, it's like they feel like they dreamt you into existence. Like literally. They feel like they manifested you. They're like, what? Like I thought that if they're taken, they thought it was this person, right? But like once they met you, it like changed it all. And they just feel like elevated, you know, in your presence. Like the best version of them comes out. And they don't feel that necessarily with this other person, if that's the obstacle. It's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, it could literally be another obstacle. Like they could live at a distance from you. There could be a cultural, religious belief background difference. There's just something that is coming across like an obstacle. But when they allow themselves to dive into what could be considered like fantasy and daydream, you know, like Seven of Cups vibes here, like they're like, wow, okay, it's like heaven on earth, imagining if you two were together. And that's what keeps like this connection going with them. So at this point, you know, it's kind of like it's got that feeling of like it's safer to daydream about you than to be with you. Oof, which makes it tricky because you guys feel this connection energetically, but there's no action. So it makes you guys feel like, what am I doing? Am I wasting my time? Am I waiting for no reason? Like, why is nothing progressing, right? Especially if you feel like, isn't this connection mutual? And that's if you don't know what the obstacle is. But this person could, okay? It's definitely got an interesting dynamic going on. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into what they thought the last time they saw you. Okay, they say, I am coming, trust. This definitely could have had the staircase card where it's like, you know, this person's at a crossroad. They could literally like go forward with this idea or not. Okay, and I feel like they do go back and forth with that thought in their mind. So the part of them that does want to take the leap of faith is like, I'm coming, trust. Okay. Then they say, I meant what I said. That's interesting because I feel like for most of you, it feels like a newer connection. So I don't know that they actually made any promises, but for those of you that they did actually reveal how they feel or, you know, what they want, they're trying to tell you, like, regardless of the lack of action, like, I do mean what I say. And for those of you that nothing was actually said, I feel like this is energetically, like that connectedness you feel, they're trying to tell you it is legit, okay? It's not in your head, it's legit. But there's like a big, you know, but with that. They're just not doing anything about that right now. And for that, they say, like, I'm sorry. So this is like an energetic, like, communicating with you. So you guys might communicate on the 5D, okay? I feel like you dream of this person. You get messages through songs. Okay, it's like you guys are communicating. So it's not in your head. It is legit. But, you know, so a lot of that even comes down to you trusting what comes to you. Have I lost everything? Okay, that's definitely in regards to this person takes a leap of faith with you. Okay, this is what they're vacillating in their mind, like they're debating. Like, if I did it, would I really lose everything? Would I be all right with that? Like, you're still kind of a gamble to this person, is what I'm feeling. So if they are with somebody else, it's almost like one of those, like, they're more of a for sure, and you're not, but you're the one who's got their interest, their spark, their heart, their attraction. For some of you, okay, if this person did, like, break it off with somebody, and they're with you now, this could be kind of what they're going through, okay? They may not feel as happy-go-lucky as they did when they met you. And for that, they're sorry, okay? Because it's like, it's not all sunshine and roses, you know? It's like there's gonna be heartbreak involved with this if they are with somebody, even if they know they're not the right person for them. Okay, this dynamic's gonna be different for everyone. And then they say, love me. Okay, so I feel like what they're trying to tell you is the best thing you can do, whether you two are together or not, is honestly, is be a friend, is actually what's coming to me. Okay, I know this is like, love me, but it's like they just want, you know, both of you to be genuine and like you can care for others, you know, want what's best for them. That's like really being loving. It's not just, oh, we're together. It's us against the world, you know. Like it's more like Just being unconditional and being there for someone and being a friend, regardless, like if you two end up together or not. Then we have, will you choose me? Okay, that's the part I was picking up on, as far as like, they can be as interested as they are, but they still somewhere deep down feel like this is a gamble. Like there's no for sure in this, okay? So it's not as simple as it may seem, is what I'm getting at. And then they say love is the answer. That's interesting that we have 2 love cards and all this pink. Okay, definitely. You guys bring like a Valentine's Day vibes to this person. Okay, I feel like an oasis in a desert is you. Okay, it's like all of a sudden, like this person just feels like love again. They feel joyful, like crush, like butterfly type feelings, like anything is possible. You just got them beaming, In fact, the song that comes to me is like, I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting my favorite tunes. Yeah, like you got this person just wanting to sing and dance, they're just so full of joy when they think about you. It's like you inspire them. They see the world through brand new eyes, basically. It's really cool, the effect you have. And then we have reach out. Okay, so it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like this person's like, and tying it all back to what they thought the last time they saw you. Okay, like this person knows like you're a catch. They're keeping it on the low. They're keeping their distance, but it has no reflection of what they actually feel. There is an obstacle in the way. They do feel like, you're a bit of a gamble. So in the meantime, they're just kind of like, they're hoping like really tapping into like this higher vibration, like this love that they feel being connected to you will help bring them clarity on what to do. Like love is the answer. That's not just for you. Like they want you to acknowledge it, but they know they need to acknowledge that. And it's like they know, like they need to reach out and communicate with you, because a part of them is like, they're caught between a rock and a hard place right now, and they know that they're going to lose you if they don't communicate with you. Okay, so I feel like that's definitely what's on their mind, and they're weighing this all, and wondering what the right thing to do is. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so what they thought the last time they saw you. Okay, so we start off with the Page of Cups reversed. So I'm getting somebody who, I feel like one of the last times you and this person saw each other, you guys might have had like either an argument or a disagreement where you both didn't see eye to eye on something, and it's like you both kind of kept your stance, And I just feel like they felt insecure and jealous, with the page reversed here. And it's kind of got that feeling of like they were like, who are you? And I feel like the feeling was mutual. I felt like you felt the same way about this person. Like they kind of had this feeling of like, if I meant as much as you say I did, like how can you even act like that? Wow. That's interesting. And then I feel like, you both just felt really confused and in the dark about this connection. And it's just got that feeling of like 1 minute, I feel like when things were good, you guys were riding this high of like feeling alive, happy, joyful, carefree, inspired. And then once you guys got into it, there was like this shift where you both kind of felt like, who is this person? Like, I don't even know you like I thought I did. Okay. And there's just this feeling of being confused in the dark, kind of like left out in the cold. And, a break from communication. So this could definitely be an ex. Okay, this is a pretty specific message. So if this is a newer connection, feel free to choose one of the other 2 piles. So yeah, I'm definitely just seeing like, I feel like you two brought out like a competitive side in each other. And so instead of seeing eye to eye or compromising, it's kind of like you both felt like you were right, you know, with the Five of Wands reversed. It's possible too, somebody like entertained somebody else and it created like a wedge between you guys. I'm just getting like real, like, no, feeling like you knew where this was going, both of you, and then all of a sudden something happened where it got you both like, it just made the whole foundation rocky. And you're both like, who are you? And it could even be just from both of you getting into it, you know? It could be your first fight, and it just was enough to shake up the foundation. It's interesting because over here, we have like polar opposite cards. So I get the impression, okay, because this is like a new start. It gives me the impression that neither one of you wanted this to end. It's just kind of like, I just get petty vibes, you know, like both of you being like, this is ridiculous and I'm done, even if you didn't want to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like a person can only go round and round about a certain thing and not get to a solution and keep going with it. Like somebody has to break the cycle, right? So that's what it has. It has this feeling of like, there's a lot of passion, a lot of fire between you two. So like I said, like when things were good, they were really good, and when they weren't, they're terrible. And instead of actually like getting to a solution, it's like emotion got the best of both of you, and it just drove you both to disconnect, even though you weren't over this connection. But yeah, I do see them wanting a fresh start. They do want to hit you up. They do want a life with you. Okay, let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into this connection. All right, they say there is someone else. Okay, I'm getting two different messages with this one. So it's possible, like I said, like them or you was entertaining somebody else, even if it meant nothing. Okay, it was enough to drive like this wedge between you guys, okay, and rock, like shake up the foundation of what you had. Or this person is now currently with somebody else. Okay, like in an attempt to move on. Because it does kind of have this feeling of like, you're the one who always had my heart. You're the one I'm drawn to, but my gosh, like this person has such pride, like stubbornly, that they're more likely to try with somebody else than admit to you that they were wrong or their part in what went wrong. Wow. Okay. Well, they get what they get, right? They say, I worry about us a lot. Okay. What I'm getting with that, because that's phrased kind of off for me, but is more like they think back to you and them a lot. Okay. And like this connection. Like I do feel like you both felt like you were the one, you know, and that's what keeps you both connected. No matter how much time has gone by, no matter if you both are with somebody new. But then we have no. This makes me laugh because the no is almost like one of those things, okay? With the red, it really stands out to me. Like I get it. You guys have this undeniable chemistry, this passion, this spark, okay? You two mirror each other in that way that I feel like others just don't compare in. Like you two are in a league of your own when you guys were on point. And that's in every way, emotionally, physically, you know, spiritually. So this person's like, especially if they're with somebody new, I'm getting the impression they're trying to be like, no to you. But at the same time, they're like, yes. Deep down, like, yes, you are the one I want. I know I should say no to you. I know I should never entertain you, especially if I'm with somebody, but this person's like, a part of them can't help it. Like they feel like if they got a sign from you, they would just drop everything and run to you. Okay, keep getting that strong for you guys lately, group 3. This person wants to bridge the gap, but another part of them is stubbornly holding this stance of like, no, we can't. I'm with somebody else. I'm trying with somebody else. Even though my heart's with you, I'm attracted to you, you know. They're not you. This person might be a little bit less fiery though, so it makes it to where, you know, they don't get into it. They don't bring out their competitive side like you do. But they also don't bring out, they don't ignite the same passion within this person either. So there's like kind of like pros and cons to everything. And then they say maybe, okay, so that's the part of them that their lack of self-control basically, that's like, you got me feeling some type of way that I don't feel with just anybody else. And yeah. In fact, I was called to like write this out. Like they're like, you're my weakness. Okay. Yeah. You're this person's kryptonite. Like they definitely don't want you guys to know like how much of an effect you have a powerful effect on this person, okay? And I'm spilling the tea on it. Like it's coming through loud and clear here. Regardless of how they're acting, this person will act like you don't exist, okay? In fact, getting kind of Taurus vibes with this person. But anyway, but their energy, yeah, in fact, they can act like the no, but their energy is so like, you're my weakness. If you only knew the power you had, oh, they feel like they'd be in trouble. And I'm spilling the tea on that. They say, I just want a fresh start. Yeah, I got that with the stork here. Like deep down, they do, and they want you to like telepathically somehow like realize, like have it dawn on you that if you just like acknowledge them somehow, like giving them a sign somehow, and that could just be like on social media, okay, which is more low-key than like throwing them a message, or through them a message, they feel like they would just reciprocate, and take off with this. I feel like though the problem with that is you guys feel like you should be hearing from them, should be getting a sign from them, should be getting acknowledged on social media, or them, sending you a message. So you're both kind of playing that, like a waiting game with that. In fact, yeah, that's kind of what keeps it at like a standstill. Okay, they say happiness is my priority. Now, as far as that goes, that means like this person is trying to put themselves first, and it's not selfish, it's more of a self-care way. And they feel like on one hand, like if they pursue this other person, there's a part of them that possibly thinks this person is good for them. But they also feel like if they were to hear from you and they let go of this person for you, that would also be them putting their happiness first. Like this person truly wants to live a happy life, and they want somebody who's in this for real. And yeah, that's what this card is representing. Them being true to themselves and, doing what comes to them, like intuitively or inspiration-wise. And then we have, I just dream and wish for everything, okay? So, yeah, I do feel like this person thinks back and wonders like, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? Even if they never admit that to you, that's what I'm seeing, because like it's undeniable that you guys had such an impact on their life that they do wonder like, will they ever feel as happy as they did with you, okay? And they don't know. That's why they always kind of like hold on to this idea of like you and them. Like, could you make it right? Do you want the same thing? Like that kind of thing. They really don't know. But I feel like they want to find out. They just wonder if you want the same thing at this point. And if not, they got this feeling that they're going to try with somebody else. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys.